What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to break down the tape of the Seattle Seahawks offensive line against the Los Angeles Rams. As you guys know, the Seahawks are officially in the playoffs. And I'm fired up, man, because this offensive line is a unit that I think is very, very underrated. It's a unit that I think is a top 5 offensive line in the NFL. And the crazy part is you got 2 rookie tackles. And in my opinion, one of those rookies, Abraham Lucas specifically, is the best rookie offensive lineman in the NFL. The guy has superstar potential written all over him. And today we're going to break down the tape. Let's jump right into it. I want you guys to watch Lucas here, who's going to block out, come back to the inside, and then he's going to pick off number 53. He's going to do a great job, and he's going to show all the things we look for in an offensive lineman. Makes great contact, makes sure 74 can overtake that defensive lineman, get his helmet to the inside, find that linebacker, find that backside linebacker, gets to him, makes really solid contact, and then look at the finish. Look at him just drive that linebacker back, and the running back's able to pick up 9 yards on this play right here. That's a great block by the right tackle, but it's not just the right tackle on this play. From the right guard to the left tackle, all of these guys seal off really nicely, and of course Damien Lewis pulls. Great job processing that the threat on the outside is not there, and instead of pulling and kicking out, you can turn his head and jump into the gap and find a linebacker or a defensive lineman to pick off. And he does just that. He's going to turn up into the hole, and look at him seal guy with the most threat ability on this play. Bam. It's a really nice job by the entire offensive line. You know, in my opinion, what makes this unit so dangerous, that at the current moment, they don't have just one offensive lineman that's just better than everybody. They have 5 guys that work really, really well together. Now, I do think Abraham Lucas is absolutely special. I think he's going to become one of the elite tackles in the NFL. But even Damien Lewis, the left guard, is really stout in my opinion. Look at him make contact here with the defensive lineman. He uses his hands and he anchors down. This is what you want to see out of a left guard. You want to see him do a really nice job punching, using both hands. Look at the displacement on this defensive lineman. Bam, look at that. The defensive lineman goes from running one way, trying to make contact, trying to utilize some pass rush move, to just getting shut down. And of course, if you watch the left tackle does a great job getting out in space, making contact, and look at the anchor. Bam, right there. You look at those legs. You look at him anchored down and absolutely shut that down. This offensive line is very underrated. And I'm excited to kind of watch this tape and really get into some of the nitty-gritty details. Let's get into the next rep. I want you guys to watch right guard Gabe Jackson pull, find 97, and make contact with him. This is a really, really nice job right here. Bam! That right there is beautiful. These are the type of things you want to see from a guard, to be able to pull, get out in space, and make contact. Now, the thing I love about this play is he's going to get out in space, find the guy he needs to make contact with. But the most important part when you teach offensive linemen to pull is you got to get your helmet on the right side. Got to get your shoulder pads on the right side. If you guys look at the shoulder, Gabe Jackson makes contact with his left shoulder. At the same time, his helmet is on the right side of this defensive lineman, which means the running lane is to the inside. And that's exactly where the running back's going to run this, to the inside of Jackson. So it's a great job for him to get his body in the correct place. Great job to be able to know exactly where to make contact with the defensive lineman. And so look at that power behind his pull, man. That's 330 pounds of a nasty football player coming at you. That is a really nice job. Now, even the right tackle, Lucas, pulls, and he does a great job out in space. Part of what makes him special is he can do all the little things you need out of a tackle. He's very versatile, very explosive, very quick, and he can run when he's in space, right? He's not one of these tackles that falls over, can't find a guy. Like, the guy can lead block, as you guys saw on this play here. It's a really nice job. Alrighty, guys, so you got some wildcat action here, got some motions, got some wildcat. Offensive line, man, beautiful job. And I think it's so overlooked how much of an impact the offensive line has. First and foremost, great job once again by Gabe Jackson. Pulls, makes contact, gets his helmet and shoulder pad on the correct side, right to the inside of that defensive lineman. Obviously, wildcat, the running back takes it to the inside. But there's more to this play than just Gabe Jackson. And again, I think if you don't slow it down and you don't analyze it, you will miss it. If you guys watch the left tackle is the reason why this play works. The left tackle and the left guard are going to double team the defensive lineman in the 4-eye technique there. And basically what's going to happen is that double team is going to turn that defensive tackle to the inside of Lewis. But more than that double team right there, Lucas is going to get up to Bobby Wagner, the inside linebacker, and he's going to seal him off as well. right there. That block right there opens up the lane, and you really see that lane developing right there as the running back's taking this through there. Charles Cross does such a great job on this play. Down blocks, gets to the next level. Lewis makes sure to fully flip his hips, because without Lewis flipping his hips, this play doesn't work. That right there is a great job by the offensive line. A special unit, I'm telling you guys. Watch Charles Cross pull to the left of your screen, and watch him get up there, bam, make contact with 53 and let the running back pick up 9 yards. That's a really, really nice job. Both Lewis and Cross are going to pull to the left. Lewis is going to make contact with the defensive end, and of course Lucas is going to find the linebacker. That's a great job by both of those two guys to be able to make contact with guys. You know, people will say these are very simple blocks. You're really just finding guys that make contact, but that's the tricky part in these blocks. These are 320 plus pound offensive linemen trying to block a linebacker that probably weighs like 230 and a defensive end that probably weighs like 270. So those guys are much quicker. And these guys on the offensive line are doing a great job finding, making contact, and the running back with the vision. 9 yards, man. That's such a great job by the running back to be able to see it. And of course, on the front side, you got a bunch of good down blocks. And I think a lot of credit has to go to Colby Parkinson, the tight end, number 84 here. If you guys watch him make contact with the defensive lineman there, makes sure to shut that down, allows the tackle to turn him, and look at him get up to the linebacker. Right there, that's a great job getting up to Wagner and being able to stop him. Now, he doesn't contain him as long as you'd like him to, but for a tight end, that's a great block right there. And he's been doing this pretty much the entire season. He's a really, really good blocker. I want you guys to watch the technique by Abraham Lucas. Very unique in my opinion. Not something that's very traditional. If you guys missed it, let me back it up and watch it in slow motion. First and foremost, he's going to get out of his stance like a normal set. But as he's getting out of his stance, he's going to run or take a couple steps forward towards number 44. And if you don't watch it in slow motion, you may miss those 2 steps as he takes right there. 1, 2, and then he makes contact with 44. That's interesting because 44 is in that wide 9 stance, right? He's super wide out there. He's most likely going to want a speed rush. So Lucas is really just cutting it down. Lucas is really just taking the fight to the defensive end. Again, not every offensive lineman do these type of things, but obviously Lucas feels comfortable. And this is part of what makes him super, super, super talented. What, in my opinion, will make him elite. And it's not just the fact that he cuts down the split. Look at the mirror afterwards, right? He does a good job making contact with 44. Then he just sticks with them. Good contact, extends out, and then he just mirrors number 44. That right there is a great rep by Abraham Lucas. Now, I do want to break down this sack that Geno Smith took. If this is the first time you're on this channel, you guys will know that we do what we refer to as teach tape on bad reps. Now, technically, the guy that gets the sack on this play is going to be number 97, which is the guy that Abraham Lucas is blocking. But as you guys watch this play, you'll see that the sack actually is caused by number 54, who is one-on-one with Charles Cross. Cross has to do a better job anchoring down. This is something that I've criticized of him in the past. Not that he's terrible at it, and not that he won't get better at it, right? He's obviously a rookie. And in my opinion, the biggest jump any player will take is from year 1 to year 2, because players kind of realize what they need to do, what they failed at in year 1, and they develop those things. Now, on this play right here, you guys can see that Floyd is basically going to try to long arm Cross, and the long arm is not going to work. So Floyd's going to get the left hand to the inside. It doesn't work initially, but then he's going to just get underneath him. And he's going to just push him right back into the quarterback. And as a tackle, you got to anchor down. The worst thing for a quarterback is for his tackles to get pushed right back into them. And on this play right here, you got to drop the hips. You got to anchor. And Cross doesn't do that on this play. Floyd is going to be able to just bull rush him right back into the quarterback. And the quarterback ends up taking off running, and then it's basically the guy that Abraham Lucas is blocking that's going to end up getting the sack. So again, Cross has to develop the anchor, and he will. 100% fact, he absolutely will. Just wanted to point this play out. Let's get into the next rep. 4th and 1. What a great play call. You're going to pick up 9 yards on this play right here. And in my opinion, both Cross and Lewis do such a great job on this play. This credit of this play having success goes to that left side of the offensive line. In my opinion, Lewis is one of the better left guards in the NFL. He's going to do a great job getting out wide, get that left hand out there, get it to the back of that defensive tackle. Look at him flip his hips. That seal right there by Lewis is very, very nice. The center does a nice job as well. But it's really Lewis. He has a much harder block. He has that guy playing that 3 long technique, which makes it hard. Just a second slow out of his stance. That's okay. He's going to be able to hook his guy. And look at Cross, man. Cross is going to get out in space. He's going to take his guy. He's going to stretch him out, and the running back's able to do the rest. That's a great job by the center to left tackle. And, of course, Walker, great vision. Able to pick up 9 yards. Let's get into the next rep. Watch Colby Parkinson get up to the linebacker, block him, which opens up a nice 20-yard run. And this play right here comes in overtime. So this was one of the big plays right here that basically helped the Seahawks win the game. Watch Damien Lewis, the left guard, pull to the right of your screen here. And look at him, bam, get out there and make contact. Stretch out, right? It's not even just the contact that impresses me. Lewis is going to do a great job making contact. But then look at him drive. Look at him push Floyd and create that separation. You know, if Floyd is able to stop Lewis, there's not that big of a gap. But because he's able to continue driving those legs, the gap widens up. And Walker's able to make a man miss, and then he picks up 20 yards on this play. In my opinion, this was the play that won them the game right here. Now, I've also seen this play circulating a little bit on social media. People looked at Abraham Lucas specifically, and they watched him get picked up by that defensive lineman and put into the ground. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Honestly, I think Lucas is a good job. Yes, technically he does lose the rep in terms of the one-on-one situation, but the play works. And I think Lucas, as he kind of loses balance on this play, as he doesn't gain the leverage, also understands not to hold. Some guys will hold in this play, right? They'll grab onto that defensive lineman, they'll pull him down, and he doesn't do that. He lets him go, right? So I do want to say this is a good job by Lucas to have that awareness, not to hold, not to pull. And yeah, he loses a rep. Everyone loses reps all the time. It's not a major deal. At the end of the day, the play goes for 20 yards. Just a really nice job by the running back, man. Kenneth Walker is elite. The offensive lineman has a lot of really, really good pieces. Lewis, Lucas, even the left tackle Cross has so much upside. And it fires me up, man, because this is an offensive line that we watched back in preseason and we said this unit has something special. Literally, when we watched the tape of these guys, so specifically the rookies, and Lucas and Cross, we said these guys have a lot of talent, and it's all come together. And it's kind of been happening over the course of the season where they've been dominating people. They've been crushing people. And I'm excited to watch this game against the 49ers. I know the 49ers have a great defensive line, but in the past couple of weeks, the 49ers have been exposed a little bit on the defensive side. And I think if the Seahawks can have success on the ground, they'll be able to use that and leverage that into having success through the air. I'm fired up, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. We'll come back next week. We'll break down the tape once again next week after that playoff game. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.